Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I'm George Onyibe, and a very quick one this evening. I want us to simply address a message or a topic I titled, "The people of the South must learn how to make use of the tools known as advocacy patriotism." Let me try to define my topic, advocacy patriotism, so that you will be able to appreciate this message in the end. When you talk about being patriotic, there are many ways of showing patriotism to one nation or people. But these various ways of patriotism, I am focusing on the advocacy aspect of it. And just like every profession has its special tools for a people to develop, for you to develop your region, your country, the tools known as advocacy cannot be undermined. It becomes the primordial influence, if I should use that word, for every success you will make. And if you fail, it could be the result of you not being able to make proper use of that tools of advocacy, patriotism. And now let us go back to the beginning of Nigeria. There are 10 individuals who fought tirelessly from different arms till Nigeria gained independence. Amazingly, majority of these people are lawyers and journalists. By implication, they all work in areas where they advocate, where they communicate, and they use this their gift of advocacy to advocate on behalf of over 200 ethnic groups in Nigeria. And these things led to Nigerian independence. Of course, we cannot forget in a hurry Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Ahmadu Bello, the Sardauna of Sokoto. Of course, people like Oladipo, people like Akintola, people like Urumusele Anthony and Ahoro, people like Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, and of course Margaret Ebo, to mention but a few. All these people were not with guns and bullets. All these people do not have any other weapon they have to use except the weapon of advocacy. But there is something missing in the whole scenario. There are tiny information in their activities that are not known to many of us, and even some of them, patriotic Nigerians who fought for our independence. And now, among these people I have mentioned, 3 of them understand the weapon, the power behind these tools known as advocacy patriotism. So why they were patriotic Nigeria? They were first of all patriotic to their own ethnic group. And that was what gave formation to the rebirth or the creation of what you know today as Wazobia. Because Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, on the other hand, had people like Abat Macaulay, who they helped to first of all protect the interest of Igbo before the interest of Nigeria. Obafemi Awolowo, of course, have the like of somebody like Akintoye and Oladipo, inclusive of Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. And so it was easy for them to understand that charity begins at home. And so why the advocacy patriotism was actually to gain Nigeria independence, they understand that they had to further deploy the using of that equipment so that their people will not be lost in what they are doing. And then you're coming back to the north, you have Abubakar Tafawa Balewa and of course Ahmadu Bello. And these two as well understand that despite the fact that their advocacy is for the independence of Nigeria, they never forgot one thing, that charity begins at home. Now, are we supposed to feel bad about that? No. They use the advocacy patriotism to engage the imperialists. Series of protests, series of petitions were written, and in the end, it pays off. Nigeria got independence. But something happened. It was time to divide the throne. And those who understand that these tools of advocacy, patriotism must first of all be used to protect their own people before any other ethnic group in Nigeria, immediately initiated Wazobia. Because I do not understand the rationale behind why other ethnic groups that actually participated in fighting for Nigeria independence was sidelined. Yes, they were sidelined. I remember fully well that one of the greatest weapons to destroy Urumusele Nahuru Anthony was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe betrayed every process, considering the fact that he believed that Nahuru is a small boy. He betrayed them. In one of those instances when they went to carry out protest against the British Protectorate, having arranged on how they are going to use these tools of advocacy on that very protest, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe didn't show up, considering the fact that he was the one that is supposed to read the speech. He didn't show up. And after a while, someone else who is in Nigeria, neither Yoruba nor Hausa nor Igbo, took the platform. Impromptu, he delivered the message. He used the tools of advocacy. And few hours after the program was going on, the British security agents attacked that protest venue. And all the people who were carrying out this protest, all of them was arrested, including Urumusele Enahoro. And when Enahoro was arrested, Anthony Enahoro, the next thing that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe did was to go to his African Pilot newspaper and publish a book. He wrote the message asking the British to overlook the activities of Enahoro and his group, that it was as a result of the exuberant youthfulness. That is their problem. That is how he painted it. This was not because he was supporting the British. This was not because what he did was the right thing. But this was because the presence of people like Enahoro is threatening the existing conspiracy of Wazobia, which has not been discussed for a very long time. Okay. And when Enahoro discovered lately that this is what is going on, and the deed is done, there is nothing he can do, Enahoro went back as a journalist and published a book. I want to believe that one of these days, maybe General Ibrahim Babangida will help us analyze that book as well, since he can now analyze Igbo coup for us. Because in that book, Anthony Urumusele Enahoro titled the book, "Is Nnamdi Azikiwe a demon or a saint?" Before somebody will call his boss, somebody will call his colleague, somebody will call his comrade, somebody will call his friend, and wrote a book with a rhetorical question: is Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe a saint or a demon? You should understand, they don't want to be biased, and this is the problem most of our fathers made before now. And you must understand that Anthony Enahoro Urumusele is a Bini man, but because Bini did not make proper use of these tools, that is why they are not part of the league of Wazobia, where the problem of Nigerians start from. That same thing that made Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe to betray Anthony Enahoro and remove him from the league of Wazobia is that same mentality that made Igbo coup to answer. It is that same mentality that makes it very difficult for Hausa, Yoruba and Igbo to trust themselves, because there have been a lot of betrayals there. But this is where the whole matter gets interesting. They have learned how to use these tools of advocacy patriotism to gain independence for us. But they know better how to use it to fast forward, to project their own ethnic group as if they are larger, as if they are more superior, as if they are majority, as they call themselves. And they have been maintaining that temple for a very long time. And everybody that have tried to ask them to review this issue of Wazobia, they don't always have their way back. I remember some of the bone of contention of Ken Saro-Wiwa was trying to use the same tools of advocacy patriotism. He was constantly crying and reminding those in authority and said, "I am Ogoni man." And each time we gather in a meeting to discuss the affair of Nigeria, you will not see another Ogoni man. And there are many ethnic groups like that. But then in that meeting, you will have plenty Igbo delegates, plenty Yoruba delegates, so many Hausa delegates. He said, what is the word of one man against all of you? And now it's not as if we cannot have the same equivalent number of Ogoni people sitting on this forum. But because this idea and notion that there are some Nigeria more superior than one Nigeria, they must keep you where you belong. And these tools of advocacy patriotism, they now start using it on the wrong direction. And most of you do not know that. That is why we are here. That is why we are doing what we are doing. That is why we begin to call on our people. This is the time we use these tools, this equipment, conspiracy patriotism, to save our people, first of all, and then defend the interest of our nation, Nigeria. And there is nothing else we are doing here. Now, let me come back home. The people of South South for some time don't talk The Benin people don't talk. I was having a conversation with one of them. He said the point is that they felt they were standing alone. The Midwestern region, no tribe was saying anything, and they don't want to do anything that at the end, it look as if they are on their own. And that is why they've kept quiet. But that having been said, the truth remains that nobody has said anything. Margaret Ekpu, who is from Calabar, mobilized all the women in the old eastern region. They went to protest. The one you call Igbo Aba woman riot. It was not actually Igbo woman. Then we were truly one Nigeria until Nnamdi Kanu and his group of criminals came. There are a lot of things that has happened in the time past. You will think that they are Igbo people, but they are not Igbo people. And by way of digression, that is why Igbo people need to begin to ask themselves questions. They suppose the Aba woman riot is not Igbo woman, it's a Calabar woman. And you should ask Igbo people, what is bringing problem now? Why is everybody running away from you? And then you that is a South person will now find out. When we do things that bring glory to Nigeria, we become Igbo. When we do something that Nigerians don't like, we are not Igbo. You can learn from Chukwuma Zogo. You can learn from Margaret Ekpu. And of course, the popular song, one of Igbo popular song, the one that say, Igbo Kwenu, Biano, 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 Kanyi Jopu Ebinebi. You should know that song. Christian, she's not Igbo. She's Akwa Ibomite. But he sang Igbo song. Now, our advocacy has been other people first before us. The people of the South geopolitical zone, you minority, your advocate all these years is Wazobia first, even before the overall interest of all Nigeria. This is where the problem starts from. This is where issue to be addressed starts from. There are many people who have represented Nigeria in its last defense outpost. You never know who they are. From social to cultural to politics to religion, we have our people at the helm of affairs, but you see they are not representing their people. Come to the body of Christ. You will not know that Pastor Chris Ehakilome is a Benin man. He never showed project Benin as where he come from. You will not agree that one of the strongest men of God that all your men of God today pay allegiance to, respect even in his grief, is Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Go and ask Adeboye, go and ask Kumuye. In fact, there will be no Oyedepo without Benson Idahosa. All these your giant man of God, none of them will be there without a Benin man. But somebody will call them Juju people. Winch. Isha will agree and say, oh, it's a winch, it's a winch. But the highest men of God we have known in this time, all of them are from the minority. Do we move to the military? Do we move to the military? Do we move to politicians, talking about the best journalists of our time? Can I remember you that even is a Benin person? Dele Igiwa is a Benin person. Can I begin to remind you about the best governor Nigeria has ever had? Who practically built more than 90% or let's say 78% of all the institutions, cultural institutions we have in Edo and Delta State as we speak. I'm talking of Bruce Ali, that is a Benin man. And then there are many of them. Most of you will not know that Moritola Mohammed is not a Hausa man. He's a Benin man. If you are from Benin, go and find out. The same way Sunday Babayaru and Celestine Babayalu, you think they are Hausa, is the same way Moritola Mohammed is a Benin man. But I can go on and on and on and tell you names of our people who have done great things. Patriotic Nigerians, but the problem is that they do not know how to use the advocacy patriotism. So when they apply it, when they deploy these tools, what they do is they go ahead, use it to protect the interests of Wazobia and then Nigeria to the detriment of their own people. And so what are we trying to say now? That we stop defending our fellow Nigerians? No, we are patriotic citizens, and being patriotic in this instance means that we call a spade. Simply mean that if you are wrong, you are wrong. If you are right, you are right. Because you cannot be wrong and you get right. If we support that, then everything we represent is gone. And so the people of South must observe and have this truth at the back of their mind. No matter what you are doing to protect the interest of Wazobia on the expense of Nigeria, you will remain minority. You will not believe that one of the highest leaders in Nigeria is Tafawa Balewa. Where is Tafawa Balewa? Where is Hausa people in Nigerian politics? But understand, it is simple. Whatever has happened in the past has happened in the past. But today, we have to correct the errors of the past. Should I say their mistake? We must correct it, because if we don't correct it, believe me, the next generation of our people are gone. And how do we do it? We need to come together. We need to talk our talk. We need to sing our song. We need to defend our culture, our heritage, our tradition by ourselves. Nobody should do that for us. Let them do their own, we do our own. But they will not allow us. So they keep instigating us against each other. They keep distracting us and making us to lose direction. And you will not understand. But for those of you who have gone to the level of maturity, you know what is obtainable. Those of you on the Benin social media platform, controlling your space, I say kudos. Those of you who are in Ikwere social media space, debunking the lies, I say kudos. Those of you are Nyoma people, you are not talking but you are doing, I say kudos. Those of you Ijaw people who have defended their territory already, I say kudos. And those of you other ethnic groups, so many of you who believe that somewhere along the line, God will see us through. Let me remind you that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. This is our call and we must answer it. We need to move on as a region in Nigeria and begin to advocate for fairness, for equity, for transparency, for accountability within our region in this idea, concept called One Nigeria. We should scrutinize every process. We should question every initiative. We should be outspoken and don't pretend as if Nigerian belong to anybody. Nigerian belong to all of us. If you go on social media, ask me, why is the Igbo Biafra people running mad on every platform? One of them is here already. He's telling me that I'm a poverty man. But let me digress. He said poverty is worrying me. I agree. I'm a poor man. And that is because the idea Wazobia made us to be poor. But come to look at it the other way around. If I'm not online now, they are going behind and say that South people are lazy people. Okay, let me use their word. Ikwere people are lazy people. Anyoma people are lazy people. All of you in the South Side, Benin people are lazy people. They call us Ulushu and different names as they wish, witches and wizards. And now look at the Igbo person now telling me that poverty is worrying me. Their place is barren. They tell you they are traveling to make money. Why can't they make the money in their place? Their land is barren. They can't even cocoyam. Because you people will think we are castigating them. The kola nut they eat, it's Yoruba that plant kola nut. But if you see Igbo man do shenanigan with kola nut, you will think they brought it from heaven. Or maybe Abraham gave it to Uri, their ancestral father, who now brought it and planted. But coconut does not grow in Igbo land. But Igbo chop coconut, chop garden egg. They don't have anything. And so without patching around our villages, committing this heinous crime against our people, we they have the fraudulent blood money. They are calling us poor. But all these things has been happening because we didn't see anything. If you are Igbo person, listen to me. Your land is barren. Your land is barren, practically barren. You people cannot survive in your place. And we allow you to be doing rubbish in our place. Why won't you come here and tell me poverty? But now, this is where we come in. We are advocacy patriotism. We have told that part. We'll continue to tell you the truth, whether I hurt you or not. We'll continue to expose your hypocrisy because we will confront you with the truth. But you are not of any concern to us. Our concern is that most people in the South, because we are liberal in nature, because we choose to be neutral, we have suffered greatly. I could begin to ask people in authority questions, but they are not our problem now. Our problem is that our fathers did not talk. And our problem now is that these Igbo Biafra people think they can mesmerize us again, use us and dump us while we keep quiet. People of the South. There is need for us to come together. There is need for us to come together and begin to analyze and discuss the challenges we are facing as minority. All of you minority of Nigeria. There is need for us to come together. Why I'm not talking to other tribes first of all? Because charity begins at home. Ndị wenye sinishia no kwa na achakpenya ono wonde ka ono wonde agbo ono wonde owa ndị ute ndị abavo ono wonde anyoma onu ro ni ya na iri meme na ehi eguro sharp no onye ono no ho a omenweku n'okwu okwekuku nwe omenweku n'okwu okwekuku nwe. And so charity must begin at home. And when our people understand, we will change the idea and that concept of Wazobia. Wazobia is a scam. That is why every day they see Igbo people, it's our turn. Peter Obi must be president. Hausa, it is our turn. Yoruba, it is our turn. It never occurred to them that there are other ethnic groups that qualify. I wish America is like that. And yet we talk about democracy. But let me not digress further. If we do not air these things out, you have not seen marginalization. If we do not air these things out, these people will not stop. But who am I to decide the fate of our people? No, there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. I know the path because I am of the breed of the pathfinder, but I can't walk the path for you. And so somewhere in the future, all of us are going to come together. All of us are going to come together as the people of South. Why do you think that they are advocating everywhere that Ikwere is Igbo, Abo is Igbo, everybody is Igbo, Opobo is Igbo? What do they have in their mind? They have claimed Southeast to themselves, even though we are not asking them anything. They have claimed Onitsha people, they have claimed Igala people, they have claimed Idoma people, they have claimed Akwa Ibom people. All these people are minority, and every day they are shouting. But we are not saying anything. Have you seen any Igala man who is politically relevant in Anambra State? Please, Igbo people, publish one name of Igala man. Because the last time I checked, out of the 98 communities in Anambra, 21 of them does not speak Igbo and does not understand Igbo. They are Igala people. Their name is not in Oka government house. The same thing is applicable to Enugu. The same thing is applicable to Ebonyi State. Have you seen, those of you from Nnamdi village, Abia people, is there any Akwa Ibom man name in Alesoti government? Let's follow Alesoti now. Let's assume he's a different individual. So what about Akwa Ibom people that are trapped in Abia State and have been assimilated? But you see, we are not patriotic enough to begin to see all these things. That is why they are using it to the detriment of our people. Now you will begin to wonder what is the purpose of this broadcast. I am reminding you, I am pre-informing you that in the coming days, we'll be going live on different platforms. I'm working at something. We'll be going live on different platforms. On TikTok, on X handles, on Facebook, on YouTube. We'll be analyzing what is going on in Nigeria. Just look at the case of Akpabio now. Look at what they are doing. Do you think Natasha, who is even a minority, would dare try what he's doing with Akpabio, with Hausa man or Yoruba man? He will not dare it. But he know if he can have the support of Yoruba, Hausa or Igbo, he may be able to pull down Akpabio. But you people will not understand. Natasha so far has accused 2 men of sexually harassing her, old woman like that. And honestly, one of them is Roni Omokri. And Igbo people will like it because he tells them the bitter truth. And now the next one is Akpabio. But this is all about advocacy. And now we are not fighting for Akpabio. As far as I'm concerned, Natasha has had more than 3 to 4 husbands. And what is the morality of this kind of woman telling you that they are sexually harassing her? But then let them continue doing what they are doing on the expense of we the Nigerians. They are embarrassing us. This is not the era where we look into those matters. But it's about advocacy. So whatever they want to do with Akpabio, we are waiting, we are watching. When we were saying that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was chased out of office, they did not agree. It was useless because Igbo people, Biafra people did not benefit from him what they wanted. They all turned against him. We cannot forget in a hurry that while we, the people of South, were calling Goodluck lazy and angry he did not do anything for us. They were people who were desperately wanting to destroy him. We aided and abetted them. We partially supported them. But we know what it is. Father Mbaka was everywhere telling you that good luck has turned to bad luck. All this is about advocacy. And now where it becomes very dicey is that the advocacy of patriotic Nigerians now is not for the overall interest of Nigeria. It is to protect their own ethnic group first. So who protects us? Have you seen a Yoruba bloggers talk about your tribes and place them in a positive light? Have you seen Hausa bloggers talk about your tribe as minority and place you in a positive light? Have you seen Igbo people talk about your ethnic group as a minority and place you in a positive light? Except there is something to benefit. Except there is a superiority to claim. Except there is personality to sell. Except there is ego to reap from. Except there is emotion or target the nation. But will you understand? Advocacy patriotism in this instance is simply saying the truth, irrespective of whose horse is got. Telling our leaders this is how it should be, whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not. But you won't understand, we have been doing this for a long time, but in a different dimension. Let me digress before I bring it to an end. There was a time, an era in Nigeria, where the only time or the only way you can pass your message to the government before the era of social media was through music. I need you to check all the music till, let us say, 1998 or 1999. I think from the year 2000, the dimension changed. Go and check since 1960 till 1999. you will discover that 99.9% of all the musicians in Nigeria, all of them are from minority, South region. No, call their name. I say 99.9%. Do we talk about Sonny Okusu? Do we talk about what is his name? Victor Waifu or Sayomori? Do we talk about Urusuliki? Do we talk about Raskimono? Do we talk about the Mandators? Do we talk about Edna Ogusi? No, call the music. Only few are not from our region. I can begin to call Don Laws, Bongo Sikwe, all of them. Because that was the only way we have to be or use the tools of advocacy patriotism. But now, the system is corrupt. If you want to talk to the leaders, those in authority through music today, nobody will listen to you because they've polluted the system. Because what you hear now, baby, baby, oh, your nyash is big, oh, hey, baby, oh, your breast, oh, anwanamo, isimo, rubbish. That's what they do now. And here, trying to make them see that things is not right. The problem now is that Yoruba is not worrying us. Hausa is not worrying us. We have left Igbo people alone, but Igbo will not allow us to rest. And what they say this is to demonize you. What they say this is to blackmail you, character assassinate you, make you worthless before your audience. But this is exactly what the imperialists did, what the colonial master did. This is where they learned it from. Colonial master will not tell you that Africans are first civilization on the planet Earth. They will rather tell you that we are monkey and babu. They will not tell you that 99.9% of the Old Testament Bible was actually adopted from our culture and tradition. No, they will not tell you that we even taught them how to bath. They will tell you we are like chimpanzee and monkey living in the forest, we evolve. They will never tell you anything good about us. And when you challenge them, they will say you are a criminal and they will say you are producing weapons of mass destruction. They will kill you like Gaddafi and the rest of them. All they need to do is to demonize you. When you become too powerful, they will look for somewhere to lynch you. Forget about they are no longer doing physical lynching, but they are doing emotionally lynching. They are doing charismatic lynching. They are doing so many lynching in different dimensions. That is what the Igbo people are doing to us. But we must respond. I remember when I left the terrorist group, when IPOB became a terrorist group, and I left them. I went away quietly. I didn't want to talk to them because I've seen the in and out of these criminals. But they felt I was going to react, which I had no intention to, until they put me in the position to do what I'm doing. And believe me, we are going to be here for a very long time. In our lifetime, you people will not be able to deceive our people again. What did they do? They told on the path. They were saying I collected money from Nigeria. They were saying that I stole money. They were saying many things because they did not know that they succeeded in destroying my business empire. They did. They destroyed my ministry, Sanctuary of God Church. They destroyed my school, Juniper Academy. They destroyed my factory, Royal Pivas International. They destroyed my transport business. Everything I work for, I still repeat, as I'm talking to you, some of my vehicle is still with the DSS. They were everywhere, even when I was with them, poisoning me, blackmailing me, saying I sleep with people's wife, I am a drunkard. I've been to many newspaper stands, and I hear people talk about me. They say that George Onibe, he collected money. He's now in London. He's using Range Rover Sport. That was when I was not on social media platform. Now that I came out, and they see that it's not as they say though. They have to suit themselves to be patriotic to their criminality. They unleash the tools of advocacy patriotism. They patronizing their people, massaging the egos of those who care, and trying to demonize me before my people. But I'm glad that they are where I want them to be. So what do they have to tell me now? Poverty man, uncompleted building, hungry man, useless man. And my father have told me, son, if somebody say you are a fool, agree. Because sometimes we all can be fool. We all fall fool. So don't be offended when somebody calls you a fool. But he said if they call you a foolish man, he said go to any length and prove you are not a foolish man. And that is exactly what they will learn, but in a very hard way. People of South, if you do not speak out in a time like this, all the lies they have said against your people will be true. If you do not confront their lie with a more superior, transparent answer, your children will never know the truth. And so just keep your finger crossed and be following what we are doing here. Those of you who are coming around, let's start something. Something has started already. But just that, once beaten, twice shy. We are taking time not to make the same mistake we condemn other people for making. But don't worry, we will get it right. But for the moment, you see anybody lie against your people on the social media, my dear, buy that at 200. Follow the person up. My 200 naira data now will soon be over. But this message will go to nothing less than 12 million people across the globe. Forget about that, I don't even have viewers at this moment. Because Facebook is telling me I have 3 viewers. But I know they are not saying the truth because they give people different. I can on 10 phone now. It will be giving me different count on different. But that is not the concern. My concern is at the overall rating. I see that even President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is listening to my broadcast. I've been with most of them. They will tell you, if I don't listen to your broadcast, I have tell my driver to download it for me. So don't worry. They will know the truth. And the truth will set them free. But those who have known the truth and they want to destroy the truth, from their mouth they will declare the judgment of God. People of South, our desire is that let one Nigeria succeed. But as far as the game they play to form Wazobia is what control the order of the day, we are going to be here for a very long time. So I'll go to the comment section, respond to 1 or 2 comments there, then we can bring it to an end. Please, Igbo Biafra people, drop your insult because the stage is open. Now the Kano now, he has shot himself in the leg. What a shame. I see Uyi here. He said, good evening, Mr. Beloved Brother. Uyi, I greet you. Good evening from here. I see Izukama. He said, look at his face. If you use all this time you are wasting on attacking Igbo race to be mining with your life, don't you think poverty will damage your life to this extent? And now this is Izu. He said, look at your face. All the time I am using to attack Igbo race. Who is Igbo race? Izukama, who is Igbo now? Because I don't know Igbo. These are confused set of criminals. Some of them are Igbo Biafra. Some of them are Igbo who say they come from Israel. Some of them are Igbo Kwatangora. Some of them are Igbo Nigeria. Some of them are Igbo Izue. Some of them are Igbo Buibo. Some of them are Igbo Buibo. Some of them are Igbo Wawawa. Some of them are Igbo subgroup. So which of the animal are you talking of the Igbo race? Because the last time I checked, Izukama, you are telling me that I am Igbo. Am I part of your useless race you are talking of? But when Nnamdi Kanu, as Igbo animal, was everywhere insulting the whole tribe, you did not consider it. It was convenient. He saw Hamadike of Ndioshi in Igbo. He saw Hamadike, the warrior of Igbo, a man who could not finish secondary school because he caused Yoruba people. Yorubas are chameleon. They are Afonja. He caused Hausa people that they don't have sense. I think the instigation he put against Hausa and Fulani is working out gradually. In one of my broadcasts, I will address Hausa people. Because if they must fight for the truth, let it not be from the expose of Igbo people. Because Hausa will make mistake as they are trying. Igbo people are trying to use Fulani now to defend the remaining 419 remaining. So Izukama talking about poverty. There is one Igbo guy that was seriously panibited. Do you know what this Igbo boy do? He went to do Yahoo. They asked him to go and sleep with his mother and bring the fluid from the mother after sex making. Now that is it. The Igbo boy lured his mother to the farm. And when they got to the farm, he started harassing the mother, romancing the mother. The mother said, what is wrong with you? He actually brought the mother inside the farm to rape the mother because he couldn't do it at home because of other siblings. Is that the money you want me to make? The money that your own kind of Igbo Biafra now want to kill the new NAFDAC woman? Go and check my page. You will see, I will have made a post and warn you people. You see that new NAFDAC woman? If anything happened to her, don't worry, God will be with all of you. You think the same day you people killed Dora Kochinyere, the other NAFDAC woman, you people poison her? So your what you are talking about is Izukama. Is it the fake drug? You people will gather your small sister, you will now put them in one house, pregnant them, and then they will give birth to children and you people will be selling it. Is that what you call money? Izukama? Or is it the one now that Igbo people now have their own prison in Libya? Go and check all the private prison in Libya. Igbo people are the ones setting up other Nigerians. Igbo people are the ones that are calling home, telling them that call your people, bring money. Igbo people, Igbo Biafra people, you people now run prison in Libya. Go to South Africa. The same Igbo Biafra people, you are causing problem. Izukama, where I come from, we use money. Money don't use us. That is why you people say we are lazy. Ikwere man cannot kill his mother or his father to make money. He rather sell land. And that is why most of you can see land to buy. Which one is more honorable than to sleep with your mother or your sister to make money? Which one is more honorable? Izukama, what you people do not know is that any of you that come to attack me, you just destroyed yourself. Look at Pastor Bukobi now, one of the Igbo Biafra pastors. I think now he's defending Lovett matter. He has not started explaining, no. But there was a time when he's supposed to focus on his ministry. His problem is minority. His problem is Anyoma and Ikwere and Okwane. Now, you people that are not Ondowaliri, you are faking miracle for God. Tell Pastor Ebuke, he will explain. He never begin to explain, no. When he finish Lovett, another one will come out. What a shame. When human being they talk, they talk. Under normal circumstances, go and look at the richest people in the world. You don't see them. You see Donald Trump recently, he messed up. He was addressing the president of Ukraine as if he's a small boy because he didn't wear suit. How many times have you seen Elon Musk put on suit? How many times have you seen Bill Gates put on suit, dress properly? What about the owner of Facebook, Zuckerberg? How many times have you seen them wearing expensive clothes, Rolex? So because I am not behaving like a Mugu. You did not see the picture of my father. He died at the age of 103, but he was still looking 78. Whereas my mother have died about 20 years ago at the age of 98 years or thereabout. And they are looking like children. You don't know I'm older than your father. Igbo people get sense and get shame. I checked out my post I made there. And there was one Igbo person, he wrote there, he said my father is the father of betrayal. And then I just look at it, I didn't say anything because it was not necessary. Look at all the people you call that they are the problem of Nigeria. All of them live longer than your father. Each time as Igbo person, you are crying. Obasanjo kill our people during the war. Babangida kill our people during the war. Tiwa Danjuma kill our people during the war. Gowon kill our people during the war. Look at all your people that survive. All of them are dead. But the people who killed your people, you are crying. All of them are still alive. Does that not give you sense? Look at you now, Izukama. You are very rich, very handsome, very fine, very educated, very ritualist, Onyoshi. You are everything you want to be on the expense of other people. And I'm sure you will not see tomorrow because you are going to die prematurely. What a shame. Who do we have here? Imaswan, I greet you. Good evening from here. I greet you, Mercy. Good evening from here. I see. Where are they? I see Ancestry. I greet you, Ancestry. Good evening from here. I see Africa. I greet all of you. Of course, these are my South brothers. You look around here, you will not see anybody from the South talking rubbish. I see Christian. He say there is 6:45 p.m. Nigerian time. George Onyibe, good morning. I greet you, Christian. And I see Ken. He say, God bless you for your good work. We, the Benin, are following with you, my brother, from another mother. Thank you. Just take a look at what you are doing. You will not see minority talking rubbish. We mind our business. But you come to the Wazobia, you will not see Hausa gambling into other people's affairs. You will not see Yoruba, hardly. Hardly. Because there is a group of Yoruba now who is dragging Oba of Benin and dragging Oba of Lagos. And who owns Lagos and who owns Ondo and who don't own anybody. But outside that, there is nothing you will talk. We speak language, is Igbo language. We call name, is Igbo name. We mess, is Igbo mess. We wear cloth, is Igbo cloth. We cough, is Igbo cough. Our land is Igbo land. Everything is Igbo. We're born one, no. I don't know how many be friendly me akweje ye kwa. If una no get who the advice on her, una no fit advice on herself. What a shame. What a shame. This is where I'll bring the broadcast to an end. But I hope the people of the South and other minority understand that there is need for us to activate the tools known as advocacy patriotism. I remain George Onyi.